Sorry, things can get kind of tricky.
Hi everyone, welcome to my Crescent City 3 House of Sky, not House of Sky and Breath, House of Flame and Shadow reading vlog. I'm so freaking excited for this vlog. As you saw in the clip before, I obviously pre-ordered the book and it dropped in my Kindle at 11 p.m. actually, January 29th. And then, yeah, I decided not to read that night just because I knew that once I started, I was probably not going to get to sleep at all. So I waited the next day, read a little bit, and I'm actually on chapter 17. I'm 22% into the book right now, and I just want to say, so far, I'm loving it. I love how SJM wrote different POVs in this book as well. I loved it in Throne of Glass, and I'm loving it in here. And I just want to say, she literally writes found family like no other author. I know the found family in this book and in her other series as well is just chef's kiss. It's the best. I connect to them like the most out of any other fantasy book that I read from other authors, and so I just love it so much. And if you guys know how Crescent City 2 ends, obviously if you watch my vlog too, I talked all about the ending of that. The ACOTAR characters are my favorite. Rhysand, Azriel, Cassian, the Inner Circle, literally my home. So my favorite chapters so far from what I've read is Bryce's chapter, because she's obviously in Velaris with Rhysand, Azriel, Nesta, everybody, and I'm just eating those chapters up. I love it so much. I don't know what it is. It's just like, it feels like home. Those characters feel like home. Rhysand, I don't need to say more. He's our High Lord of the Night Court. But yeah, loving every second so far. And I hear my sister-in-law is also reading this book as well at the same time as me, and she's ahead of me, but she tells me a lot of crazy stuff starts happening after, I mean, basically right about now. So I'm excited to vlog and kind of like share my reactions with you guys of while I'm reading this. So I'm just gonna stop talking and let's get to reading. That can shapeshift, y'all. Are they talking about Rowan? My camera died, so I have to record on my phone, but I wanted to give you guys an update on my reading progress so far on House of Flame and Shadow. I'm 40% into the book right now, and I think I left off on chapter 36 or 37, and let me just say, I have a lot of thoughts. First off, Sigrid dead because the Viper Queen made Ethan and her fight, and then him not getting on the boat with Therion and the rest of the crew because he went to the House of Flame and Shadow to try to bring her back. Thank God Jezebel was there and that she was the one that met Ethan. Also, what else? I'm trying to remember what I read. Oh my gosh, Bryce leaving Azriel and Nesta behind. I'm kind of mad at her about that. But it kind of serves her right that she ended up back in her father's like castle or whatever place. So that's that. And then what else? Oh my god, the chapter where SJM ended off saying that Lydia was dead. What? Like, I need to immediately know what happens to her. And I hope Tharian finds her, at least in time, to save her or something. Did I tear up when Lydia was saying bye to Rune? Yes, I did. As she changed into her like deer form, as she nuzzled him on the neck, and he didn't say anything. Lydia and Rune might be my favorite couple. I said it in this series. I just love Lydia. She's gonna be like one of my favorite, if not, yeah, definitely one of my favorite characters for sure by the time the series is finished. And then I love Rune so much too, but he was mad up until the very end with her. Like, that cannot be how everything ends between them. Like, I know she is not dead. I just have to keep reading because there's no way. So that's most of my thoughts right now on everything that I've read so far. I'm going to continue reading a little bit today and then give you guys more updates as I go. Guys, I can't believe I really thought that Bryce landed at the Autumn King's house on accident. Of course it wasn't on accident. She planned it. She wanted to be there. Lesson learned. Also, don't even get me started on Rune never leaving Lydia's side. I love them so much already. And can we talk about Lydia having kids? I did not see that coming. But I'm on chapter 40. So far, so good. The fact that Tharian has been running away from all his problems the whole time, and now he's married to Flynn's sister. That is just so funny to me. And they're in their little bedroom because they got married, and basically Tharian's just throwing out, what are your favorites? Favorite food, favorite color, because Satya didn't have much to say other than she's Flynn's sister. And I just think it's so funny how they're like bonding over stuff like that. Hello. So, no real big updates yet. I just finished part 2 yesterday, and so I'm on to part 3, and there's been a couple of big crazy things that happened, mostly towards the end of part 2, but a lot of that section was information, a lot of information, and basically them trying to figure out what happened in the past and how they can defeat this theory and all of that. I'm so happy that the 2 Fae Kings are now dead, so we don't have to deal with them anymore, because they were getting quite annoying, if I have to be honest. So I'm glad that they're gone. We do find out who Hunt's parents are, and that he was actually made by Hell, the Hell brothers basically. which is kind of crazy. So that's the only real big thing that's happened, I want to say. Yeah. So I am 70% into the book. I'm gonna start chapter 65 on to part 3, and I'll check in with you guys whenever I have more updates. I'm speechless, y'all. I'm speechless. This is what got me screaming. This. Mates. He said to her, mind to mind, I love you. I fell in love with you in the depths of my soul, and it's my soul that will find yours again in the next life. They are my favorite couple in this whole series. Oh gosh. Alright, so it's been about 4 to 5 days since I finished House of Flame and Shadow, so let's just get on with my rating and my thoughts on the book. So I just want to start off by saying that Crescent City isn't my favorite series out of all of the books that SJM has written, and also I'm not super connected to Bryce, and she's the FMC, so obviously we're following her and her journey the entirety of this series. Mainly, my favorite characters are the side character, Rune and Lydia. I was hesitant to say like who, you know, the couple is, but you know, this is a spoiler vlog. I kind of forgot about that. So Rune and Lydia are my favorite couple. Lydia, she is my favorite character throughout this whole series, especially in this book. Loved her in this book. So the fact that the side characters are what did it for me. And let me tell you the rating for the book. So I rated this book 4 stars, and I've had a couple days to like sit with it, and I'm pretty firm with it being a 4-star book. One of the reasons, obviously, Bryce, I'm not super connected to her as a character. Second, there was just way too many POVs within one chapter. Like with Throne of Glass, I feel like it worked because each chapter was given like their own POV character. But with this series, there was like 3-4 POVs within one chapter, and I feel like that kind of just like didn't allow us to connect with the scene and the characters and whatever that was going on, because we had to jump to different POVs so much, you know, and everyone was kind of like off doing their own thing, and it's like so different as well. So that was another reason why I rated it a 4-star. And that's basically, yeah, that's basically the gist of my thoughts on this book. It was still good. I still am going to like read all of Sarah J. Maas's books, obviously, like obsessed, just my favorite character, my favorite author. So yeah, but just not my favorite series from her. So those are my thoughts on House of Flame and Shadow. The way this book ended off though, they beat the Asteri, and it seems like a good conclusion to the series in general. And knowing there's a 4th book, I'm curious as to what the fourth book is going to be about, and if Bryce is still going to be like the main character, or if she's gonna focus on like Therian and Ethan or whoever, because I know the fourth house is House of Many Waters, so that kind of deals with Therian and the other characters more closely, I feel like, versus Bryce, but I guess we'll see where that book goes. So yeah, overall I did enjoy my reading experience with this book, and with the series, again, just not my favorite. 4 stars is still pretty solid, and I can't wait to see what the fourth book is going to be about. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little reading vlog, and if you did, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what other types of books you wanted me to do reading vlogs on in the comment section, and until then, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.